Raashi. No, but hello from your city, Delhi. So I want to ask you, you and me have something in common. I also grew up in the South, but you grew up in Delhi, but you went to the South to work. So how's that treating a Delhi girl in Hyderabad?
So basically, initially, I think I was as Delhi gets. I was a typical Delhi girl. And then I went to the South, or I became like a South Indian girl there. At least specifically 2 years back when my accent changed to South Indian, my English became like that. And I was fully talking in their slang and their language. And I thought, oh, maybe I was South Indian in some other birth, because I'm like a South Indian. But destiny had other plans, and it brings me back into Hindi, into my home space. And I feel like I'm going back to my roots now. Yeah.
It's amazing. A Punjabi from Delhi in the South, a hit in Southern cinema, comes back home. So basically, आजकल तो सब pan Indian content के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं ना. So you are ideally suited for it.
Yes, exactly. And I'm so glad I'm at this time in our film fraternity that there's so much opportunity for so many of us actors, and now finally the North and the South is merged, and now we can call it the Indian film industry.
Let's talk about Rudra. Firstly, working with Mr. Ajay Devgn. And what was that like? And tell me about your role, because I know usme bhi what secrets hai.
So Ajay Devgn, so I've grown up watching his films. So of course there was a little bit of a child in me when I understood that I was going to work with him, and I was very nervous to meet him because I'd heard that he's somebody who doesn't talk much, and he just keeps to himself. He looks like that. But when I went, I think he was the most chilled out co-star I've ever had, because he was like, "Come, Raashi, sit, chalo dialogue karte hain, like chalo dialogue padhte hain." And I'm like, "Ye kya hua? Like, this is so easy." And he just broke the ice on the first day, और हम लोगों ने dialogue पढ़ने शुरू करे. And I think उनको भी समझ थी कि मेरा character ही ऐसा है कि I have to feel comfortable with him. And the kind of chemistry we share also, it couldn't have happened without his support. Plus उसके अलावा, of course, he's been a great help in terms of helping me grow as an actor, because बहुत ऐसे scenes थे जो मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल थे, और उन्होंने हमेशा मुझे guide किया, with a lot of scenes. So I definitely grew as an actor, all thanks to him. And of course, मेरा किरदार तो सब देख ही रहे हैं. He's quite a cuckoo, quite an eccentric character. Of course, मेरे लिए बिल्कुल आसान नहीं था, लेकिन वहीं पे मजा था, to play somebody who's just not me. Yeah.
So, but Raashi, tell me honestly, I think actors have this wonderful opportunity to live the lives of other people. Yes. Sometimes let me try being this. It's just so wonderful, because everyone says there are lots of things in us also, and kabhi kabhi aisa lagta hai, hey, maybe this could be me. Sometimes it's like, oh, this would never be me. Now as you're telling, your character is absolutely eccentric and not like you. To understand the mind space of a person and to live that person through the duration of a series, what was that like?
So I think it has to be one of the most difficult characters I've ever played, because usually as actors, we relate to the character at some point, at some level. But this character, I didn't relate at all, because she's a sociopath, she's a narcissist, she's a genius, and she thinks that nobody can beat her at her game. And I am the more chilled out, I don't care, I'll just work hard, da, da, da. So very, very different. Firstly, there was no level of understanding with me and my character, because I was like, she's so different, how am I going to play her? But then I think I've always been a psychology student. So, and there was no reference point, because all the series or all the films that you see are about psychopaths, and psychopaths are people who have absolutely no emotion. Sociopaths still have some, and this girl is a sociopath. So I'm like, where is my reference point? I didn't want to watch Luther because I didn't want to get affected by it. So I read some books, I read some articles. I did my own understanding of maybe this is how she will be, or this is how. And I think English honors helped me. I'm an English honors student from LSA, and in that we usually used to build characters in our head. This is maybe this is how the character is going to be, or this is how the character is like. And I think that's exactly what happened in this case, where I thought, okay, if she's like this, then she should behave like this. She'll have a body language like this. So it was all based on my own understanding without really a reference point. So of course, I didn't relate to her at all, but I really, really enjoyed playing her.
All your fans and Siddharth's fans want to know about Yodha. Kuch bata do mujhe, yeah?
So
Yodha.
So Yodha, of course, you will see Sid. I think in a Never Before Avatar again, where he's done a fabulous job in the film. I think he wraps tomorrow, and I have like one more month of shoot left. So I have a lot of stuff to do without him also. There is of course a romantic angle between us, and we shot a lot of stuff already. But yeah, there's still a lot more to shoot. I'm in Bombay right now shooting for it, and then I think I'll also come to Delhi to shoot for it. So yeah, I mean, that's where it is right now.
After this, what next? I know you have a film with Naga Chaitanya also coming. What can we expect from you now? Exciting times ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, there are two films in Tamil, one with Parity, one with Dhanush, and two films in Telugu also, one with Naga Chaitanya, one with my director Maruti Sir and Gopi Chand. And of course, there are three of these projects in Hindi. And right now, I just want to rest a little bit. I'm just like, okay, once Yodha is over and I've finished my Tamil film, I just want to rest for at least a month before I start signing other things, because I think for the past 6 years, except for the pandemic time, I've always been at it. And now I just want to like streamline what I'm doing and probably pick the best of what comes my way.
What is that one thing as an actor you would want to see changed, or what has been your biggest challenge going forward? Because you represent the new generation.
I hope that women get better characters and better paychecks also, because I still feel that we don't get paid even 1% of what the boys get. And even if you justify it saying that yeah, big men have bigger markets and all, I think we as a society need to change first at the very root, where we give an actor, a female actor, as much importance as we do to give to a male actor, which we don't still. We'll also and watch a film, led by a male actor, than we will go to watch a film led by a female actor. I think the problem is in the society really, and unless that changes, nothing is going to change for women. Even if you keep talking on the top of the roofs and talking about feminism, it's not going to change anything. And even though we're on the way forward, we still haven't like made much progress.
What's the most desi thing about you?
I'm fully desi. Like I don't think any. I mean, ऊपर से सब glamour वाला लगता है, but I'm fully desi. Like I mean, what's the most desi thing about me? I don't know. I mean, I can't really explain it, but I think it's in my face firstly, because everyone who sees me is like Indian beauty. That's how the feeling. So it's on my face, and the fact that I'm a very old school girl who believes in Indian tradition, who believes in an Indian culture, and my moral values are around it. So yeah, that's something that's always been intact. So yeah, that's something that's very desi about my morals.
Lovely chatting with you, Raashii, and more power to you. Looking forward to Rudra and your other films that are coming. Thank you so much.